Welcome back. I'm Ashley with AshleyMJenkins.com, and I'm going to talk to you about email marketing. Email marketing is amazing. There are so many engines out there that will allow you to do it for next to nothing. There are some parameters that go in when you do not pay for the engine itself, so you may not be able to schedule, batch, or use tags the way that you could officially use them when you learn how to do all those things in automation. Email marketing is what took my business when I had my brick and mortar from struggling to success. I was always really gifted with being articulative. And so if you are not gifted with gab and you are not a wordsmith, find one, because you can take an email list and turn it into a legitimate ATM. You can send out email marketing, and literally, if you have an opening in your schedule, you can book it. If you have products on hand that you need to move, you can sell them. And more than anything, it keeps you top of mind with your consumers. And I will tell you, we're in COVID-19 right now. That's when this video is coming out. So it's in May of 2020. And one of the things that really was a game changer in terms of email marketing for me recently was I saw Chipotle, who I love, send out an email talking about their personal ethics and beliefs in terms of their staff and what was going on. And when they sent that out to me, were they selling me a burrito in that moment? Nope. But were they selling me on something that I believed in? 100%. And when you do that, you stay top of mind with your consumers. And then they got me on their app. And on that app, I accepted the challenge of getting guac certified and also getting my free burrito. And so I worked towards that. Now, that's one case of email marketing. When you have a clothing-based business, a product-based business, you can show up in front of your consumers 24/7. Now, if you're in the CBD or THC industry, it's called Moose End. Moose End is an open chain email system that is 420 friendly. And even though CBD is not THC strained, it still allows you to utilize email marketing to show up in a very restricted marketplace and to stay top of mind and on the mind of your consumers to move them forward in any of your operational systems. Communication is key in every single business. And you can even use email marketing to a place where you can embed video into your message, which makes it user-friendly for people who are on the go and they may not be able to read a written email. Now, do we use short form or do we use long form copy? So short form, just so we're all on the same page, is going to be less than 500 words, okay? Now, if you're using long form, it could be very, very long, but notice that if it goes over a certain parameter, it can get flagged as all major email receivers will see that as spam. So you should always use links that take people to an actual blog page. And within every single email, you should focus on having a minimum of 3 different links in your email at all times and reiterating different links that you want people to click different ways, because everybody registers different communication differently. So you have people who are visual learners, kinesthetic learners, and auditory learners. And if you can click on all those different levels, you're going to get a lot more engagement in your stuff. We have all the things popping up on the screen right now. So the other thing with email marketing that you're going to really focus on doing is either doing a few different things with your email list. For a lot of people, you're just starting an email list, okay? And so you need to do what's called transactional email. Transactional email sets the stage for the expectations and how to connect with you and what you're about, where your business ethics are, and how to connect with you in the different channels so that they can always stay top of mind with you, right? This is where you're going to introduce them to your omni channels. Omni channels are going to be things like Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube, Vimeo. Maybe you're on TikTok, all the different things, right? And if you have a Facebook group, go ahead and plug them in there. If you have a network that you're a part of, like Mighty Network, you're on a podcast, connect them there and get them to subscribe. It might also talk about just the ethics of the company culture that you're in and what you do. So you're going to break that down there. And then you're going to set a clear expectation. What can people expect from you and what will you stay consistent on? And if you drop the ball, the last thing you ever want to send to somebody in email marketing is like, hey guys, you haven't heard from me lately because I've been being a flake, okay? That's what that says. There's no need to do that. Just come out of nowhere and be like, hey, I'm back. This is what I have to share with you. Every time you send an email, it needs to convey value. What is in it for them? Not you, not buy my things, buy my things, buy my things, but what is in it for them? What kind of value are you giving to them, and what kind of call to action are you leaving them with? So call to actions are very important. We're not going to tackle them right now, but in terms of sales or leadership, a call to action is you're going to do this in a sense of urgency because. And the because is always why. And the why is often what's in it for them. Now, the other email sequence that you're going to look at is re-engagement. If you have a ton of emails and they haven't heard from you in a long time, they may not even be aware that they gave you their email, and that could get marked as spam, which is no bueno, right? So there are some massive things that you need to do to make sure that you've tackled those things. I once upon a time had a client, and there were all these people in a group that said that they wanted to connect and collaborate with other people. And because she's smart and she has a college degree and she was working with me, we tackled all of them in one fell swoop. Okay, but we also followed can spam laws, which are real. You need to Google those. We're not going to go over them in the video because they change, and they change based upon the state that you're in. They change based upon the industry that you're in, but it's a good idea to use someone's first name in the email. It's a good idea to let them know where they found you, and it's a great idea to use an email subscription service because it allows people to subscribe or unsubscribe from their email instead of just can spamming people and sending them nothing but sales. And if someone doesn't open the email, you probably shouldn't sequentially send them another email. A re-engagement sequence follows a certain kind of chain of command of things. And anytime you're launching a sales campaign through email, the first email never is the sale. It's never the hard sale. You're never throwing numbers out there. You're never telling somebody to buy something. You're always testing the water and giving buckets for people to raise their hand with you. And if they're not opening that email, the re-engagement sequence looks a lot different, right? And it's kind of almost like an exit email, like I'm sorry to see you go. Do you really want to leave my communication? And you get really blunt with your subject lines. Now, one of the biggest email hacks I can tell you that I've ever implemented for myself or for customers is this. So what you're going to do is when you send an email and someone doesn't open it, you're going to resend the same email with a catchier subject title at a different time to test. And the more you do it, the higher read rates you will get. And I can tell you from having an industry average read rate of over than 50%, sometimes upwards of 70 to 80%, this baby knows business like the back of her little baby fist. And so this is something that is a game changer. And when you can do this consistently, you are going to make a big impact, not only for your customers, but for what you're doing. And the biggest call to action that you're ever leaving your consumers with is to, if they value you and they value whatever exchange that you've ever had, is for them to send you business, right? For them to refer and to create a referral program. So we'll talk about that in another video. But for now, I want to point you in the directions to connect with me. So for more business ideas, business tips, and business assistance, you are going to subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell so that when new videos come out, you're in the know first. And to connect further, I would encourage you to get onto my Instagram. This is where you can see me and lurk on what's happening in real time. So that's ASHM Jenks, JENX official, and we can connect there. And then if you want to connect with me online, it's ashleymjenkins.com, and that gives you access to all my Omni channels or how to work together. And then on there will be my tool sheet, and this is the big one for you to connect with all things that are coming out that we are working on over at Ashley M. Jenkins Coaching and Consulting as the year progresses. So until then, I want to encourage you, get on your game, start this. And if you haven't started it, get someone, and we have somebody in team if you are looking for someone. So reach out to us and we can absolutely partner you together with them, and we can get your emails up and going. That's not something I focus on anymore. I'm more on the direction side, but that is something for you. And if you have used email marketing, drop a comment below and let people know how that's gone, because once you own those emails, once you own that, you can market to people endlessly. There are so many ways that you can retarget email versus if you're trusting someone else to do the marketing for you, or if you're leaving people on the Omni channels at any point in time, they can all go down. But once you have someone's phone number, once you have somebody's email, you have a way to contact them until they don't contact with you in those capacities anymore, which is a totally different discussion. So until later, guys, take it easy.